Hi, my name is Marlene Bailey, and I'm going to go through with you questions to cruise by. Every day, there are a million things that you have to do. You wake up the kids, make breakfast, pack all your lunches, hop in the shower, get ready for work, then you get the kids ready, load everybody into the car, get everybody to where they need to get to. When you get to work, that's exactly what you do. You work, work, work. And at the end of your long day, you climb back in the car, drive home, fighting traffic every step of the way. And when you finally get there, that's exactly when you need to dig even deeper to find the energy to make dinner, clean the house, get everybody ready and into bed so you can do it all over again the next day. All year long, you look forward to one thing: vacation time. So what should you do? You've heard a lot of great things about cruises. It's easy, all-inclusive, fun for the whole family. So, you're very excited, you're sold on the idea. You get on your laptop, log on to your favorite travel website, hit cruises, and in your head you think, I'm just a few clicks away from drinking a Mai Tai on the Lido deck. Then you look down on the screen, and that's when it hits you. You severely underestimated the number of cruises there. Cruise vacations these days are as many and as different as there are travelers. And they're becoming one of the most popular travel destinations. According to Maritime's Evaluations Group, Americans make up the largest demographic of all cruisers. 13.5 million Americans went on a cruise last year alone. That's more than half of all cruisers in the world. And cruise liners are offering more and more every year to accommodate all of these travelers that are flocking to them. So once again, what should you do? For the next few minutes, I'm going to go through 3 of the most important questions you need to ask before you can choose your dream cruise vacation. The first thing you need to ask is, how much do you want to spend? Your budget will determine a number of things, such as when and where you can go, how long you can cruise for, and what kind of accommodations you can have. Just as in land-based vacations, depending on what time of year can be more expensive to cruise than in other times, such as the holidays. The more exotic and the further the location, or the longer the cruise stay, the more expensive it's going to be. According to a USA Today article by Fran Golden, the co-author of Frommer's Alaska Cruises and Ports of Call, there are 4 official different cabin categories: inside cabin, outside cabin, balcony, and suites. But in actuality, there are up to 20 different categories that you can choose from. It can be anything that looks like a small college dormitory to something that looks like a mansion. So for instance, you can join a cruise that can last just a couple of days, staying in an inside cabin less than 120 square feet, but you'll only spend a few $100s or less per person. On the other hand, you can spend hundreds of thousands of dollars staying in a luxury suite that measures more than 5,000 square feet, featuring things like multiple bedrooms, multiple bathrooms, parlors, and even a baby grand piano. Oceania Cruises offers an around-the-world and 180-day cruise that costs more than $300,000 per person. Needless to say, it's important to make a budget and stick to it. Now that you have that nailed down, it's on to the second question: who's going? Not that the length of the cruise or the bigger the cabin gets are the only things that are offered in variety. What kind of amenities offered sets each cruise ship apart. And it's really the who that's going to determine what amenities are right for your vacation. For instance, a solo traveler may be looking for a singles nightlife environment, such as offered by Carnival's Fun Life ship. On the other hand, maybe they're looking for something a little bit more intellectual, like interactive workshops or culinary demonstrations. Laura Randall, a cruise critic contributing author, recommends the Celebrity Life Cruise by Celebrity Cruises. She offers their enrichment programs because they really balance the educational experiences with other activities that are just plain fun. Now imagine that you're going with yourself and your significant other. It's really hard not to think of the old show, The Love Boat. The Love Boat was actually set on a princess cruise ship. And that cruise liner really clings to the idea that cruising is the ultimate in romance. Many cruise ships these days offer couples massages, romantic dinners, and onshore excursions that highlight romance. But maybe you're not just bringing your husband or wife, but you're bringing the whole family. Cruise ships these days are gaining in popularity with families because of their focus on children and teen programs. Erica Silverstein, a cruise critic, features editor, says that Disney, Royal Caribbeans, and Carnivals offer some of the best cruises for small children because they offer things like daycare services, babysitting services, kid-friendly food, even on-board water parks. For families that have older kids, there are teen nightclubs, there are age-specific onshore excursions, musical venues, and even video arcades. And of course, for those of you that just don't want to go with your family at all, you just want to go with people that share the same interests as you, there are themed cruises. You can join a cruise for golf lovers, motorcycle enthusiasts, foodies, anything that you can think of. The list of themed cruises are as long as there are interests. Now that you've answered 2 of those questions, last but not least, you should ask yourself, how big of a ship do you want to be on? The size of the ship is really the largest determining factor of a number of things, such as what kind of amenities are going to be offered, how many amenities, the level of luxury, the overall ambiance, and the number of passengers that you're going to be sharing your cruise with. As the ships get larger, you can expect more options in terms of amenities and living accommodations. Bigger ships are also where you're going to find the biggest bang for your buck. The smaller the ship, you can expect higher levels of luxury and ambiance. Because of the smaller number of passengers, there's also a higher level of personal service. And with that, you can also expect a higher price tag. It's with this last question that you need to weigh how you answered the first 2 questions with what's really important to you. As you can see, cruises can be an ideal approach to your long-awaited vacation dreams. But not all cruises are created equal. With its ever-growing popularity, cruise liners are constantly offering up more in terms of amenities, luxuries, destinations, and costs. You need to delve deeper with the 3 big questions of how much, who's going, and how big. Answering these questions can really make planning your vacation a lot easier and less like one of the chores that made you need to take a vacation to begin with. Thank you so much, and are there any questions? Yes.
I have a question.
Okay.
What time of the year would be cheapest to have a cruise?
It's actually a very good question. It depends on where you want to cruise. So like I said, holidays would be a more expensive time, but also depending on where you go, when their high season is, would determine that. Australia actually has the reverse cycle of seasons that Americans do. So where it would be cheaper for us to go during the winter, to actually go to Australia would be cheaper because for them, or more expensive because for them it's summertime and that's the high season for them. If you wanted to go to Alaska, they actually don't even cruise from May through October. So it really depends on destination.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
What is the best weather when we want to go to cruise ship?
That actually links back up to the cheapest times as well. Say you went to Europe. You want to go during the fall, spring, even summer. In the winter, it just gets really cold. So it's really according to climate for whatever region that you're looking at. Are there any other questions?
What's the Lido deck?
The Lido deck is basically where the fun happens. That's always where what people think of when they think of fun on a cruise ship. It's great to have a nice cabin, but hopefully, weather permitting, you can actually be outside, enjoy the weather, enjoy the water, the winds, and all of the amenities and games and things like that they have aboard.
Like shuffleboard?
Shuffleboard, yes, but they also have other
Exactly.
things. Like they actually have things like, onboard golfing now. I'm sure everybody has seen the commercials with big water slides too.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot more to the Lido deck these days than it was in the days of the Love Boat.
So what is the best cruise for both adult and children?
Like I said, according to Erica Silverstein, who is a features editor for Cruise Critic, she says that Disney makes a really good one for kids, Royal Caribbean's, and Carnival. They put the most effort into really creating and expanding their family outings.
Thanks.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right, thank you, and I hope it was informative.